All right, so it all comes down to today. We are at the Texas State Championship race here at Rockstar Energy Bike Park in North Houston. We came out yesterday for the pre-race. It was a double-point race, and today is the championship finals that will close out the 2023 year. Yesterday, Reid worked really hard, qualified in the first round, trying to chase down the kid who is currently in first place. And then main event was a completely different story. Out the gate, the kid next to him just launched out the gate, and I think really caught him off guard. And then by the time they got to the first turn, he was already in fourth place, and then spent the entire race trying to recover. Definitely the hardest part about being in a sport that only lasts for 60-second races. But that did give Reid some extra energy and some extra drive going into today's race.
This year has been a roller coaster of emotions. We started off the year in DeSoto, where Reid got caught up in that first turn and ended up in 7th place, so definitely not a great way to start the year off. After that was the Pearland State Qualifier, where we continued to go downhill. During the Gold Cup race, Reid had his worst crash to date, but he was able to shake things off for the state qualifier, where he got 2nd place in the first round, which was really exciting, but then ended up losing in the main event. But with only 4 riders, it still added a 4th place to his score. After that loss at Pearland, we decided to make an unplanned trip to the Wichita BMX State Qualifier. He won first place in the first round, but the day still ended with tears when he couldn't make anything happen in the main event, and things got worse when he got passed in that last turn and ended up in last place again. But this also led to one of the most proud dad moments of all. We asked Reid if he wanted to give up and call it quits for this year, and through his tears, he said no, he didn't want to give up. And this led us to Rockstar, where Reid was able to get his first 2nd place victory. It was the best he's done in a state qualifying race to date, which was followed by Cowtown BMX in Fort Worth, where he again finished in 2nd place. From there, we ended up in San Antonio for the Lone Star BMX State Qualifier, where Reid saw his first victory in a state qualifier. And since USA BMX only counts your top 5 scores, this race would replace that 7th place in DeSoto. And then lastly, after getting a little bit sketchy at the Capital City BMX race near Austin, he was able to add a 3rd place to his score, which replaced that 5th place from the Wichita State race.
So for today, Reid is going to be racing the championship race, and he is currently in 3rd place as far as points, and needs another 4 points to take over the number 1 spot, which is what he's been working hard to do all year. But Reid will also need a little bit of luck, because Ocean will need to get 3rd or lower. If Reid wins and Ocean gets 2nd, Ocean will still have enough points to stay ahead. But if Ocean gets 3rd, that will result in a tie, which will be broken by the results from today's race. Alternatively, if he ends up 2nd place or lower, that will also impact his placement negative. So let's go see how things turn out. All right, so we are heading up to the gate, getting ready for the race. For this round, they've got 9 riders for 6i today, so we're divided into 2 different races, and the losers from this race will combine into round 2. So for Reid to qualify for mains, he's going to have to be top 2 in this race, and if he doesn't, for round 2, he'll need to be top 4. So let's see how he does.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Making their way in and out of turn 3. That is XL Racing. Reid Schlosser with the stage 5, currently making his way around. Climbing up mountain.
All right, so there we go. We are qualified for main event. He got his first 2, so we're sitting it out for round 2, watching the races, and then we will be back for the main event.
After round 2, we had our 8 riders for the main event. Unfortunately, the number 2 rider ended up falling in the 3rd straight, so he didn't qualify for the main event, which is definitely a hard way of ending the year. And then on our way up the hill for main event, we learned that one of the kids who was tied for 5th place was feeling sick, likely from the heat, which is obviously good for Reid, but also very disappointing as well.
Ready, watch the game.
We're moving onward with the final and 6 intermediate. 41.45. 6 intermediate on Sunday, Saturday. Texas State Championship.
Good job, buddy. How do you feel? You tired? That's all you got is good?
Awesome.
Are you excited? That should get you the number 2.
And with that, we close out a full year of traveling and competing against the fastest 6-year-olds in the state of Texas. And after a really hard start to the year, we are really proud of the work that Reid has put in to be able to take home that number 2 state championship plate for next year.
At number 3, Brian Gonzalez. At number 2, Reid Schlosser. Andrew, State 1 for the 2023 season, Ocean Oliver.
I'm gonna take a video of me on that.
You are?
Yeah.
That's cool.
My own video.
Your own video?
That you're gonna put it into the video I made.
All right. I'll put it in. You excited about being number 2?
Yeah.
You ready for next year? You want to start doing national races next year?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So we already packed up. We're going home. I got 2nd place. And 1 state plate.